Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports. We are just moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Dallas Cowboys. So with that, let's head over to the...
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Dallas Cowboys. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Schaefer. And this will be incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Schaefer. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team that wins.
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. They blitzed defensive defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. All right, now, look at 56.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And the big meat on the D-line. We'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
On 1st and 10, Schaefer. Smith catches left side. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he's taken down inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Gone, 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 gone.
On 1st down, Schaefer. And he will find his man on the outside. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Looking to throw. Schaefer, throw left side, complete. It's Smith. And coughed it up, and the Cowboys have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Following the fumble recovery, Schaefer into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And now here come the Cowboys. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back, and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force to run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
All right, here we go.
They'll drop the throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot at that downfield.
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Back there to that belly. Here we go.
They'll run on first down. Parker, and he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down now, Parker, and he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold.
Lucky 56. Detroit! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Schaefer. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught by Howard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
An update from Denver. The Broncos, they've taken an early lead against the Chiefs. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And a short gain down to about the 33. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
Operating from the gun. Schaefer dancing to his left. He may try and run for this.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So now they assess a 3rd and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
We just saw another nice game there. How about some kudos for the offensive line, being able to carve some space in the interior all game long and let the big guy rumble.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
Here's a give to Smith. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. 41-yard punt there with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker shot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. To throw on 2nd down. Schaefer buying time to his left. And this one's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Schaefer. The open man is Smith. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun. Schaefer. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him at just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
And there is a flag, so a big 2nd down pickup, but will it hold?
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So 1 quarter in the books on NFL. Back now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Gone!
Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down.
It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on 3rd down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass here. Very rarely do they reference watching the fullback, and he slipped through and picked up a 1st down.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On first down, Parker. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you kind of hit the jackpot there.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So that one will be accepted.
Still second down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Looking to throw on second down. Schaefer. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A good pickup there at 22.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll run on first down. Parker. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw on second down. Schaefer. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
The Chargers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Schaefer. And he's going to go down again. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still first down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Set. Green, 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded just inside the 30. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
There's a lot of good on that play when we see the big fella take it and rumble into the secondary. But how about the big part of it, taking care of the football? He doesn't carry it very often, but when he does, he's got to make sure that he doesn't get it popped free. Unlike Mike Tolbert in Super Bowl 50, carrying the ball popped free, turnover, and it hurt his team.
On first down, Parker. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on second down. Schaefer. And that is incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. To throw on third down. Schaefer, he's going to right, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Chargers are able to strike for 6. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help. And I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still first down.
To throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Schaefer. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and take it all the way for a touchdown. That's
battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
No, Jack, Patriot!
On the give, this is their throwback. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call.
Holding, offense.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Gone! Watch him now, Barney! Gone!
Back to throw. Schaefer. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. The Chargers on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and forever.
Detroit! Detroit!
Operating from the gun. Schaefer. They shakes it off. Flushed out. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He has not had the start to this game that he envisions here in the second quarter. He's struggling a little bit. But, hey, they're in the lead right now. So, kind of what's going on in his head, do you think, Charles?
I think that's what he has to keep in mind. Winning the ball game is not going the way he wants in terms of his own play. But, oh, yeah, that's right, winning the ball game. So don't press. Don't try and do things outside of what's going on right now. Don't try to increase your game or get yourself right. Just make sure you continue to lead your ball club and keep them moving in the right direction.
And they've got that lead so far. 1 interception for him, no touchdown passes. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So they have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Green 39! Green 39!
Back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because If he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Green, 39.
They'll set up to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been terrific so far. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start in the Bay Area.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And now running right through it. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
They keep it with Smith on first down. He had a great move, but it'll still be stopped shy of midfield. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll look to throw. There's a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And a quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
A first down carry for Smith. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go now. Green.
They They go back to the ground with Smith. And he gets it down to the 32. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Set. Blue liner.
He'll look to throw. Going up top. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. In for the score. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. We know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
To throw on second down. Schaefer. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
No. Check. Patriots.
From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Now that's the deep. That they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
That was a good chunk of yardage picked up there. And the big fella, sometimes he doesn't need a whole lot of space created. He can make his own way.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
the gun. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one good for 12 yards. And it'll make it a second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Watch it now, Barney.
On second down, Parker, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Gun! Detroit!
From the gun on third down, Schaefer. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. Over.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Gun! All right, here we go.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
The offense on third down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Detroit!
On second down now, Parker, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Over.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield, and spilling everything.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
As diverse as the running game has become in the NFL, there's still a place for the fullback position. And on that play, he gained nice yardage.
This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. From the gun, Schaefer. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And his kick here is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They go play action here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, line it.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
They should have put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Here we go now. Green.
They'll look to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Hey, you got 3. Hurry up, here we go. 3.
On 3rd down, Smith. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
Throwing on 1st down. Schaefer firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Schaefer. Going to throw right side here, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And that's a nice gain by him on first down, picking up some key yardage.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on second down. Schaefer. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll take the block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. On third down, it's Parker. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And that's why the fullback position was created. You just want a big, strong, powerful guy you can hand the ball to and pick up good yardage.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on second down. Schaefer looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. I heard all the stories. I watched some of the tape of the old-school guys, the throwback guys who were the punishing runners and knock people aside to pick up yardage. I'm so glad I was sitting here today and got to see it with my own eyes.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
3-19.
He'll get it up the middle. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
Let's give them some big points there for sticking to their guns. They end up getting nothing on a first down run, but they come back with the big guy, and he puts them in a position on 3rd down where they have a manageable chance to pick up a first.
Looking to throw. Schaefer. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. As his guys are in for 6, and the Chargers have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Detroit! Detroit!
Operating from the gun, Schaefer, and this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
A handoff to Smith. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Right back to him on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll run on first down. Parker. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
No. Check. Patriot. Watching that, Barney. Watching that, Barney.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And flags come as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Under 10. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Now let's go. 319. Watching that, Barney. Watching that, Barney. Watching that, Barney. Watching that, Barney.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gun! Watching that, Barney.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back.
In the back. Offense.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Watching that, Barney. Watching that, Barney. Over. Watching that, Barney. Watching that, Barney.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as it comes with exactly 1 minute to go in the football game. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. So he didn't start this one the way he wanted to, but yeah, he's so elite, been through so many of these battles. Hard to keep him down for an extended period of time.
And to demonstrate just how unusual this start was for him, our guy Marvin handed us some statistics that showed us he doesn't do this very often. What we're seeing now, though, that's what we're used to seeing. He made an adjustment, and boy, it's working really well.
Back to his old form. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Now let's go.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. And there's the spike. It stops the clock at 22 seconds remaining. The Cowboys on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Now they're just trying to do anything possible to try and get the ball downfield and get into field goal range.
And with that clock dwindling, they felt the need to take a pretty big shot there. Unfortunately, couldn't complete it. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And they will stop him short of the marker. Well, there is a flag here, but if this is on the offense, and I think it is, they'll obviously decline it. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from